Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I am doing a skin routine, how I do my foundation and how I prepare my face to do an eye makeup, a really good look, or just everyday makeup. The first thing I do is I always cleanse. I use usually I use the Clinique 3-step program. I take my makeup off with Pond's makeup wipes, and then I do my 3-step routine, and then I do an eye cream, and that has been very important to me lately. And the reason is because I'm getting older and age is definitely starting to show, and that has helped a lot with like wrinkles and all that good stuff. And the reason that I'm doing this video, I have to say, I've been inspired by Sparkage. She's here on YouTube. I use a primer. After I moisturize and I put my eye cream, I use a primer. And what I've discovered lately, and I actually learned it from YouTube, is this little thing right here. It is called shaving cream, and it's made by Monistat, and it has the same ingredients that a lot of the cosmetic primers have, and it's a fraction of the cost. I think it's like $7 or $8 at the store compared to like $20, $25, $30 at times. So I've already put all of that on, so I'm going to go ahead and go with my foundation. And today I'm going to be showing you what I do on a daily basis. And this is the product that I've been using, is Avon Magix. It's Cashmere Finish Liquid Foundation. I did not think I was going to like this because it's very light. And usually I do a little bit of a heavier daily foundation, but when I put it on, it felt so good on my skin that I thought, I'm going to continue using this. I really like the way it feels. And it lasts. It's a very good lasting foundation. So because I like a medium coverage, this is the brush that I use. This one is the Sigma 187, or you can use the MAC 187. It's a synthetic fiber, and it's very light, and the reason I like it is because I can go light on it, but I can go a little heavier. It won't give me a full coverage, but it's really good for light and medium coverage. And what I do, I have my foundation on my hand, and what I do is I just kind of get the tips of the brush with the foundation, and then I just kind of tap it right on top of the areas where I want the most coverage, and then I just blend it in. Now, a lot of people do their concealer first, but I noticed that if I put my concealer on first, then when I do my foundation, it kind of doesn't stay on as good. And then I end up putting even more concealer, and then it starts looking cakey. But that's just on my skin. Everyone has different skin. I have very dry cheeks, and then I have my T-zone. My nose and my forehead and my chin are oily. Not too oily, but they tend to have a shine to them. Okay, I have all of that spread, and if you notice, the rose color of my cheeks is still showing through. I like to keep it that way. I could conceal it altogether, but I feel like it makes my skin look younger, the fact that I have a little bit of a rosy cheek. But when I do a heavier eye makeup and I want to contour my face a lot, make it look thinner and all that good stuff, I cover it. But on a daily basis, I don't. Okay, now that I have all of my foundation good and spread everywhere, I use 2 different colors of concealer. I use a darker one and a lighter one. The lighter one I use under my eyes to brighten my eyes, and then the darker ones I just use in spots so it matches or it's close to the foundation that I already used. And usually for the eyes, I take it with my ring finger and I put it right under where I think it needs the most coverage, and kind of warm it up, and then I take a small foundation flat brush and I kind of blend it out. I tend to get red right here, so I take a little more and concentrate it right there so it's not so red. Same for the other eye. And kind of blend it out. I don't know if it's the lighting in here or what it is, but I feel like one eye is darker than the other. I think it's just the lighting though. Okay, now that I have my eye concealer on, I'm going to go with the darker color concealer. And I never said what brand I use, but right now I'm using the Dream Mousse Concealer by Maybelline. It's kind of light, it's kind of fluffy. I don't know if that is a good description, but I really like the way it feels on my skin. A lot of the products I use are based on how they feel on my skin, not necessarily by how they look, because I feel like a lot of products will look a certain way but feel funny in my face or on my face, and I'd like to have a nice result in the looks, but I also like for it to feel good. So usually that's what will decide what coverage I use. Alright, so now with the darker one, I'm going to go around my nose because I have a little redness there, and right on top of my lip, and a few places here and there on my chin, a few places on my forehead. And just like I did with the eyes, I go back with the foundation brush and kind of blend it all in. Okay. Now, last but definitely not least is powder. And like I said, my skin is oily around the T-zone, but it's very dry around my cheeks. So what I do not powder all over my face, because I feel like if I powder all over my face daily, it looks too dry. And sorry, I'm not very well prepared today. I use a big fluffy powder brush, and I use a translucent powder like this one. It's very light because I'm still light because of the winter. My skin hasn't seen much sun yet. And I just use a little bit. And the first place that I put it is always under the eye to set that concealer. Then I put it on the nose and just kind of spread it out lightly. I'm using a very light hand. If you notice, I'm not bringing it down on my cheeks. Again, they look really dry when I do it. Now, if I'm going to go out dancing, I will put the powder all over, and the reason is because I'm going to be sweating, and my cheeks are not going to be dry anymore, and I want my makeup to stay in place. Alright, and that is my skin routine. After I finish with my skin routine is when I start doing my eyes. I wait to do the blush and the bronzer. If I've made a mistake and I have fallout, it's a lot easier to just clean where the concealer is, or where the powder is, or just where the foundation is. If I already have bronzer or blush or something on, I tend to make a mess of it. So I just would rather just do the skin routine and then do my eyebrows and my eyes, and then last is usually when I do my bronzer or my blush. Anyway, I hope everyone enjoyed this. I hope it was helpful, and I'll talk to you soon.